Roll. Hey everybody, welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to Worth Guitars, our first instrument release since the new shop. Is that correct? Instrument release?
I think so.
We're releasing an instrument into the world. The 5-string boomstick for Mr. Les Moseley. And there she is. Finally, it is done.
It's a beauty. It's a beauty, mate.
This one has gone through a few changes down the road, but I believe what it has right now, where it's at right now, is good. Let's see, where do we start?
Some clever little ditties. Hey, I know. Let's start with that monstrosity under the hood.
Yeah, let's do that.
You know, back in the day when you bought cars, they had these giant engines in them that you could service. You opened the hood, you knew where everything was. This is not one of them. This is like that new Corvette Z thing that nobody can work on, that there's too much stuff under the hood.
Right.
And it's the way.
It is the way.
So this is an 18-volt Aguilar preamp system. So we have some interesting things going on here. We have a volume. You gotta have a volume control. Then we have a blend for the pickup control or for the pickup selection with a center D10 on it. So we're in the middle now. Front pickup, neck pickup, bridge pickup. Very nice sounding system just on its own. And to add insult to injury on that, we have center detent pots for bass cut and boost, mid-range cut and boost, and treble cut and boost. So it does a lot. Oh, we were up. So our treble cut and boost range, mid-range cut and boost range, and then of course bass cut and boost.
That's what it's supposed to sound like.
Now, one more cool little trick that's on this set of electronics here. If you boost the mid-range frequency, this little toggle switch down over here, you can't really see it. Looks like I'm scratching my knee. Changes the range of it from, it's going to be subtle for you guys to hear at home, but basically it sets the bump for the mid-range at 400 or 800. So that when you cut and boost, that's the main frequency range that you're cutting. The Q is kind of wide on it, so it gives you a nice lump. So yeah, this thing will do a lot sonically. Les, I think you're going to enjoy it. You're going to find a lot of different sounds with this thing that you can use. Other cool things. Tell us about that interesting inlay.
You can play a lot of that Captain and Tennille you like.
You can. So much. I can't play it. I don't know it.
and the Fleetwood Mac that y'all jam on. The other cool thing about this bass, there's a bunch of cool things about it. The custom inlay, of course, he has his signature on the 12th fret, L. Moseley, and then you have the less than symbols right there. Less than symbols, get it?
Less,
right?
Less.
And you have number 33, which is a spiritual number for Mr. Moseley down here at the end of the fretboard. So there's something about that number. Of course, this is bass number 33, and so that coincides with it. This bass has been hanging around a little while, been trying to get it right. You know, we started out trying to do a green color on it, and the green and this piece of wood. This piece of wood, by the way, this beautiful piece of quilted maple, we went way out of the way to try to find a single piece that didn't have a joint in it, was not book matched. I mean, I looked and looked and looked and looked, and finally found a piece and got it, brought it in. And man, it was super difficult to work with. There's something about it where
it was a mofo.
It's like
I will tell you,
it's like all the grain goes in completely different directions all over it.
Yeah.
So you can't cut one way and have it go without something breaking out. So we had to really, really work hard to get that piece of wood to do what we needed it to do. But we finally got the right color on it. The green just wouldn't work. It wouldn't accept the color right. We couldn't get that pastel hue we were looking for, so we just went with this black, man, and it really just brought the whole bass back to life because now you can see the subtle shades of gray inside the quilt. When you get close, you'll be able to see it. You know, the scrape binding and everything. This is our first bass that also has a carved top. So this is a EVO 2, we call this EVO 5-string 2. Neck through design. The neck comes all the way through, although you can't see it here. It has a pocket cut into the body, and the neck comes out. Let me see that for a second. Got it. The neck comes out down here. See that? So that's the end of the neck. And so you have a neck through design, beautiful quilted maple top, African mahogany body. The neck is maple and sapele laminated together. And it has an ebony head plate. And of course the Aguilar pickups.
Do that on the flyby. Make sure.
And yeah, and a beautiful ebony fretboard as well. We'll do a flyby so you can get some more detail on it.
And it's amazing for those of you out there in internet land watching this who may not have any experience with wood itself. Wood is very unforgiving.
Yes, it is.
I'm the electronics guy, but I have, as by the apron here, I'm moving into millwork a little bit.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm learning? I'm stupid. Wood is difficult to deal with. And so back to what you were talking about, that I'm learning more and more about the things that he looks for a top and for a back and for everything. It's pretty complicated.
There's a lot more to it than it seems sometimes. Especially with these highly figured tops. They're difficult to work with hand tools, especially because of the way the grain changes direction on them.
Well, I now understand why I pick up a beautiful piece of wood here and look at it and go, what's this going to be? And you go, take it, it's an ashtray. No. I never understood that. Now I understand that.
Yeah. There's just some things you don't want to tackle. It's a waste of time.
Let's fly it by.
Bye-bye.
Oh, let's go this way. We have so much more room now. I know it looks exactly like the old videos, but now the camera's not up against the wall. It's kind of just in the middle of the room, which is way cool. All right, ready? Please bear with us while we're having I'm just kidding. Okay, so there is our cool head plate. Trying to get the light on that just right. Hip shot tuners, of course. We love those guys. I gotta flip that over the right way. Hold on. There it is.
Yeah, body.
The signature. That's the important part. The signature is important to us. It stands for something. Here's the inlays. It's got that extra string that some bass players like. I'm not really sure what that's for.
And we're doing extra stuff.
Let's try to get some of the quilt on that so you can see it. It's got some dust on it already. That's off my apron. I apologize, Les. No extra charge for that.
There you go.
There it is.
She's pretty.
Okay, now we're getting to see some of it.
It's a leopard. It's very cool. It's like a black leopard.
Those Aguilar aircraft carrier decks. And then the back of this beauty.
So we went with a satin finish on the back and on the neck.
It's really good. Oh. And there you have it.
That's it.
It's a beautiful bass.
That's her.
I think the black makes it pop that much
really,
more.
It brought that whole bass to life.
You really didn't notice the quilt in it until you put the black on it, and then it just popped right out.
And we got a nice carved top, man. I really like the way the carved top came out. And the contours are very cool looking on this bass. We're going to definitely do some more of these like this.
I really like the patented Worth neck channel through
Yes.
design. That's kind of a cool thing.
Yeah, that turned out pretty cool. I like that myself, man. Very groovy. Neck through. Very cool.
So
bass, man.
3 surfaces
Yes.
where that makes contact, which
Yes.
is, it's not something that you and I would normally think about, but Tony thinks about that stuff. And 3 surfaces for that neck to contact like that is a structurally great idea.
Oh yeah, it's super strong, no doubt. And
it better be with these strings on it.
yeah. And of course, you're going to have Les Moseley beating on it. Y'all have seen him play. If you haven't, you need to go check out Magdalen and watch them somewhere. And they're a great local band, great band in general, not just a local band, but a great band who are stretching out into the horizon there, getting better and bigger. And so that's it. That's the vid for, unless you want to play it some more.
You can play it some more. I can sit here and play it all day.
Okay. Here we go.
Isn't that why we build these?
I think so.
To
yeah.
be played?
I think so.
They are built to be played.
If think that's it.
You know, I haven't really explored.
We haven't really played around with all of
What it does, yeah.
It came fresh off the bench over there. And I was like, does it work? Let's do a video. Nice, sounds good.
Whoop. I'm not fast enough with the controls yet. That's a great sound. That nasally, growly. Tony's favorite band right now is Fleetwood Mac.
Oh yeah, just love Fleetwood Mac. Although this is a pretty good song.
Les, you're gonna love it. And if you don't, I'll keep it.
Yeah, man.
You have to fight me for it.
Or fight it. You play it? Yeah. You should. It's fantastic. You should play that riff from the Skinner tune I played with you this weekend because I can't figure out what a bass player's doing there. It's just cool. You know,
Which one are you talking about? Which one?
The
you
F.
talking
Got that right thing.
about?
There's a lot there. I don't know.
I don't know. That one? Maybe.
No, that's just a verse riff of it.
Oh, that.
All of it, yeah. Makes no sense to me how it works, but it's great. It's a great song.
Something like that.
Yeah. It's a great song.
See, this just got this weird
It's
fucking
extra
string on it.
Extra string.
I used the F-bomb. Sorry, guys.
You can say that on YouTube.
It's the F string.
Yeah, string.
I don't even know what I'm doing here with
Can't
5
do
string.
that.
I need to just rest my finger on that top string.
All right, Les, come get this thing, pal.
Yeah, man. It turned out good, man. We're happy with it. We know you're gonna love it. And this is the first EVO 5-string 2 with the carved top. Our first neck through in this design, and the first bass, the first guitar actually produced in this new shop and completed. And that's a very cool thing. So there you go, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Get out there and see some bands. Go watch these guys play. Steve and Steve both are in great bands. Go watch them. The Route, Ever After. Go see Mac Dillon. Go see all these great bands that live around you and the bars and the restaurants, man. Get out there and support these guys. They'd love to see your face in the place. We love you guys. Be good to each other out there. Peace. Worth guitars, all right? Bye now.